We're talking about Tesla and Elon Musk. I think that you can't really get more on the cultural side of things when it comes to Tesla. So Tesla bought all that Bitcoin, right? We spoke about it a lot on this show. Well, it turns out that they sold it in Q2. The electric vehicle maker sold 75% of its holdings in Q2 to boost its cash position given uncertainty around COVID-19 lockdowns. Let's take a listen to what Musk said on the earnings call last night.
We are certainly open to increasing our Bitcoin holdings in future. So this should not be taken as some verdict on Bitcoin. It's just that we were concerned about overall liquidity for the company given COVID shutdowns in China. And we have not sold any of our Dogecoin.
All right, Will, what do you make of Elon's statement, particularly the part that mentions they didn't sell any of their Dogecoin?
Yeah, I like that little kicker there. That was a nice little add-on because, he was going to get some questions about that. It was either a tweet or he's going to say it there. It makes sense that they were doing this, right? A lot of Tesla's operations are global. They have factories in the United States, in Germany, in China. And so when you are such a global logistics company, you're going to continue to be hit by everything with COVID and supply chain issues. And China has chosen to continue its lockdown strategy while the rest of the world has mostly opened its doors. And that has hit Tesla very hard, especially with its factories there that are continuing to need to gain raw materials from China in order to build the cars, and then also building and assembling units in China itself. So it makes sense that they are worried about liquidity, especially when you're looking at like the larger market and you see that everything is tightening, right? That makes sense. Little side note, this might just be like way too tangential, but I am curious about how this plays into his Twitter buy, given that he sold a lot of Twitter stock, dumped it into the market in order to be able to buy Twitter outright. And now he's looking at selling a lot of his Bitcoin for Tesla in order to increase the liquidity of the company. Those things might have nothing to do together, but it is interesting to see those not too far apart. Can I kick it over to Adam for your take?
Yeah, on the Dogecoin thing to start us off, it's interesting to note that for as much as Bitcoin has gone up, Dogecoin is still up a lot. Dogecoin sat below a penny trading for years and years and years and years, and it's almost at 7 cents right now. So it might be down, to just 10% of what it reached at its all-time high, last year, but it's still, if you're somebody who's been sitting on Dogecoin for 8 years, you actually didn't miss the boat just because of kind of the way that these markets are trading. Now, as far as Tesla is concerned, Elon Musk's company has been one of the biggest beneficiaries of the incredible bubble mania period that we've been in. If you look at how they're valued compared to other car companies, it's not even comparable, right? Especially compared to the revenue that they do. It's all based on kind of these future expectations. So one thing about sort of the world of speculative finance is that the less real you are, the easier it is for you to be worth a lot more money than you really should be, because there's no multiples for you to go off of. But once you really start generating, funds, then you have to kind of, you have to justify those valuations. Now, you look at something like Tesla's getting increasingly more real. You look at something like Bitcoin's still just about as amorphous, and virtual an asset as one can get outside of sort of the supply dynamics of it. So it makes sense to me that they would sell. It makes sense to me that they would take this position. I think not selling Dogecoin probably is just a joke but I also don't know exactly what they're holding in their treasury of Dogecoin. So maybe it's not significant. Or maybe, it's so significant, but they're real strong believers in it. I don't know what the answer to that is. Jen, what do you think?
I don't know. I wanted to ask you guys a question. Do you think we're going to see MicroStrategy sell any of their Bitcoin anytime soon? Completely speculative.
According to his statements in the past, no. According to his statements in the past, no. It would be a pretty big walk back for him.
Yeah.
It would be.
Yeah, okay.
It would be.
Well, yeah. That's all I got. Sadly, what you got?
Can I yeah. Can I just butt in there? No, I love that he, says, this is not a verdict on Bitcoin. Given the situation, it probably isn't. But, it is also Elon Musk, so you never know, with the Dogecoin reference and everything. And I think this was quoted by The Guardian. He also said that crypto is not something we think about a lot. It's a sideshow to the sideshow, the fundamental good, a goal of Tesla. And the reason we're doing this is to have the day of sustainable energy come sooner. That is our goal. We are neither here nor there on cryptocurrency. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like a verdict on crypto, if there ever was one. And I don't know, I think knowing this is Musk and what his rap sheet has been, I'm inclined to not read into the sell so much, but given Bitcoin and its proof of work is currently at odds with the narrative around sustainable technology and climate goals, I'm not sure. I think he is trying to say something. Of course, I might be reading too much into it. But Jen,
The tea leaf parser.
I think what you said is really
very
interesting.
slowly.
I think especially in this industry, we often get distracted by the sideshow, especially when it includes crypto. But Elon's clear goal has always been for sustainable energy and going to Mars. And I think he's been really clear about that. And so I think we get distracted by all of these other things because he has his hands in so many different pots, right? But it's really kind of small fish when compared to his other very big, lofty goals. But Adam, I'll give it to you for last word because I saw you rolling your eyes a little bit at me there, and then we can get into your story.
This continues to, again, like the Tesla story and so much of what Elon Musk has done has been to take these utterly fantastical, unreal concepts and then to get them funded with incredible confidence, telling these stories and building these narratives. So again, I continue to view Musk largely through that lens, but people are people and I really got no beef in general.